Hello bass family and welcome to Everything Bass. Today we're moving on to Palm Mute Groove 3. Thank you for the kind words about this series, and I'll keep it going till I don't think I can contribute anything more to it. And I love your suggestions too, so keep them coming. It's really helping grow the channel into something I know you want. So today we're going to be doing a progression that's over a D dominant 7th chord. If you're unfamiliar with what makes up D dominant 7th chord, just go to my channel, look through all my videos. You'll see one based on that I did featuring the dominant 7th chord. It'll teach you how it's built, some ideas on how to remember it. But we're going to use it for this groove. So let's get right into it. Again, I'm assuming you know how to do the palm muting because you watched that video. And if not, again, pause this one, go back, find intro to palm mute or how to palm mute the bass. I think that's what it's called, and give it a run through. Okay, so today we're starting with a simple root octave, and they're even eighth notes. So if you're tapping your foot, you're going to play the first note when your foot goes down and the second note when your foot comes up. And that's simply root octave of D, like that. Then after that, we're going to start kind of a pattern of playing a 16th note, an 8th note, 16th note, an 8th note, 16th note, an 8th note. Even if you don't read, I just kind of want to give you an idea that there's a pattern of a short note, long note, short note, long note, short note, long note. And let's start. So we start with the root octave. Then we do a quick root again with our thumb, plucking with our thumb. And then we play the 5th, which is the A on the 7th fret. So that first two beats is... Now we do another 16th note, D. And this time, and I like to use my middle finger and tuck it under to get the C on the 5th fret of the G string. So we're going like short note, 5th, short note, minor 7. Like that. So the whole, let's see, the first 2.5 beats. Like that. Cool. Now after that we return to the 5th. So we kind of toggle between playing this A up to the C, back to the A, always starting each one with a little brief D, root. And that sounds, just that part goes like that. So combined with the straight 8th notes at the beginning and this 16th 8th note pattern after it, you get a cool, kind of cool groove. Now I end it by doing a quick D again. That's kind of the theme, a little short 16th note D, then a note, short 16th note D. And this time I followed up with playing the 5th fret G, hammering on to the A on the 7th fret. Let me play the first measure really slowly so you can hear it. Like that. I am a fan, well, you'll probably see me do it both ways because I do kind of ping pong between one and the other, is to get this G on the 5th fret and still be playing this D. Sometimes I'll do what's called a half bar. See if you can see this. I just push down my finger so I go like that. Or I'll tuck my middle finger behind, and I'll usually do that if I'm like in the studio, because to me it's a lot quieter and I can control it if the overall bass line allows for that. Just tucking that finger behind sometimes gives me a little more control. All right, measure 1 again slowly. Like that. Measure 2 starts exactly the same way. So once you have measure 1 down, you're mostly done with measure 2. Measure 2 starts with the same 8th note octave, same kind of pattern, and then I do an open A, and I go down and grab the C below the root. Now let me play measure 2. And I think I prefer, I wrote it this way and I played it differently, but instead of a hammer on there, I think I double pluck with the thumb is best. I thumb with my plucking hand. I like a little more definition on that particular phrase by striking each note with my thumb. So what we have here is I'm playing the minor 7 below the root. And I like that in this bass line because I start by doing a lot with the minor 7 above the root. And then to kind of end the phrase, I play the minor 7 below the root. I'm also choosing to do a little heavier muting. So instead of being right on my bridge, I'm a little ahead of my bridge. So there's a lot less sustain, a fatter sound overall. So let me play the whole groove. I played it wrong there. Let me try it again. That's the groove. Yeah, I like this technique a lot. As I said before, it just offers, without any need to buy any effect or anything else, just by changing the way you're actually plucking the bass, you get a whole new kind of family of sounds that you can draw from. As we go on with the series, I'm going to start showing you how to do it over a progression of chords. So you'll learn that skill, which is a more common and more practical way to practice any technique. Instead of doing it on one chord, like this example, to go through a progression and just see if you have to make any adjustments. So look for that in future videos. All right, now as with everything, let me know what you think. You can do that many ways. Probably the easiest way is to just comment in the video below. Do you need me to go over this again? Is there something, after you've done the intro to how to palm mute the bass and you've done the first couple grooves, something's not connecting? Let me know in the comment section below. Like I said, that's probably the easiest way. You can also email me at dtitus@daletitus.com. That's fine too. And lastly, we have a very cool Facebook page that's dedicated to all you guys. And you just go to Facebook and search Everything Bass with Dale Titus. Once you go there, you'll actually just follow and like the page, and you can post questions and comments, refer which video you're talking about so I know exactly which one. So those are 3 ways that you can actually communicate with me, and I desire it. I mean, I really want to know, are these hitting, are these missing? Constructive criticism, gladly welcomed. Okay. Now we're going to go on to a wonderful, wonderful encore item, and that is Paul Young's The Secret of Association album from 1985. Now I'm choosing this really because of Pino Palladino. Pino Palladino, what an amazing bass player with an amazing career. As I was doing research for this, I was looking back on his discography and all the albums he's appeared on, and man, he's played with the icons of music history, and he's done a lot of cool things. This track, as an MTV video, really caught everyone's eyes and ears. It was a very cool video, of course, but it was that fretless bass line for every time you go away. That fretless bass tone, the note choices, just the soul in that track made that track. That, to me, that was the hook of the track. But digging a little deeper, you'll check other great tunes. I'm going to Tear Your Playhouse Down was another song that hit the charts, and now it should be said, and I tried to find out exactly which tracks each player played on, but there's also credited Matt Irving on some of the tracks, playing bass on some of the tracks. But I couldn't see a breakdown of it, and I didn't want to make any assumptions just based on my ear. Now, if you happen to know which tracks Pino played on and which tracks Matt played on, it would help the entire family if you could post that in the comments below. But now why this came to mind was because I asked a question of our Facebook family. I try to ask questions, I try to promote videos and do things daily so that we all can have a reason to communicate and share ideas. And I was asking for a favorite song. What was your favorite song featuring a fretless bass? And one of your family members actually mentioned the track Every Time You Go Away with Pino, and I thought, that's right, that was a gorgeous track. And I went back and listened to it, and I was like, man, this needs to be featured. Because I've noticed that as I teach younger and younger students, and as I get older and older, some of the songs and some of the albums that were canon to us that we just all knew, the younger generation haven't really been experiencing. So if you're a younger player and you just want to hear a great album of pop music, but also some great bass performances, definitely check that out. The Secret of Association by Paul Young, 1985. And listen for Pino and apparently Matt Irving. So if either Pino or Matt see this video, could you let us know which tracks you played on? I just want to give always accurate information. I don't want to guess. All right, guys. Well, I thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you're enjoying these palm mute grooves, and I hope you're enjoying the overall channel. Remember, I want to kind of let you know that the lessons are an important part of this whole community, but it's not the sole part. I just recently did a family portrait with Mike and Miko where I featured one of your family members. So we can all get to know each other, and I plan on doing a lot more of those. I also do fun lists that I try to use to encourage conversation, so we can share ideas. And I know already from your guys' comments on some of the previous lists that I've gotten to gain more knowledge in the bass world, and that's something that I hunger for and I love. So, hey guys, it would do me a great honor and a great service to the channel if you could subscribe to the channel. And that's free. Just going down and actually hitting the subscribe button and then the bell icon, that's great. If you want to get any of the sheet music for any of the videos that have them, which most do, 98% of the videos I post have some kind of written material to support it, go to the link in the description below for my Patreon page. And if you consider becoming a monthly Backstage Pass subscriber, at the time of recording, it's just $8 a month. But what that allows you to do is go back and all of my videos I have posts for, and there's attachments of PDFs. And with the exception of anything to do with sight reading, all the PDFs are written in tab and in standard notation. So if you're like, well, I'm not going to subscribe because I can't read music, no problem. The tab is there. But I think especially with technique videos, slapping, tapping, chord playing, things like that, knowing the exact frets by which the tab tells you where to play that particular note, I think that's valuable. I also, my vision for this channel is that you would all print out these pages, put them in a binder, so that if you can't get to YouTube, you can't get in front of your device, or maybe that's not the best way for you to learn, you could actually just have a binder and go, okay, I'm going to work on palm mutes, and turn to that section and have everything printed out. So consider that. And if you have any questions setting up your binder, please let me know. If you have any questions becoming a subscriber, you can message me at dtitus@daletitus.com. Lastly, could you like the video? Those thumbs up mean a lot to me, but they mean even more to YouTube as I try to grow the channel. So I really very much appreciate that too. Guys, you've been the best. We're nearing 900 subscribers at the time of recording, and that just makes my heart full and warm, and it makes me just want to do better and better videos for you guys as the family grows. Be safe, play loud, and have fun, guys. See you in the next video.